21 pilots. How are you? Thanks for joining us today.
I'm good. Yeah, thanks for talking to me. Excited to be here.
So I know this is probably, I don't know how many media from how many countries you have this interview with, but I'm sure everyone's very, very excited about your new album, Scaled and Icy, which is coming out on the 21st of May. But it seems like that you've got more than just, an album. Like you've got more prepared for the 21st of May. What have you got up your sleeves?
Well, yeah, we do have an album coming out, which feels really good to say. I think I do feel lucky that we've had something to work on over the past year and a half, and something to keep me busy. I think that's important. I hope everybody's had something to do. I know that it's been an interesting year, but along with that, we are doing a live kind of virtual concert experience, I guess is what we're saying, and it's been interesting. It's been kind of fun to put that together and to plan that and to kind of see what's possible for us to do without an audience, because typically that's been kind of really the main spectacle, I think, of our shows is the people there, and so I think with that not being a possibility, it kind of forced us to kind of realize and figure out what else is possible. And so we've kind of put together an experience that is different than anything that we've done, but is.
Well, when you think about what you're going to do, do you get stuck there, or do you actually have like new ideas, things that you've never thought about coming out?
Yeah, some things that we've never, I think like in the same way that over this past year we've kind of explored technology such as Zoom, which I never knew what Zoom was before a year ago. I think we've also kind of just realized. Yeah, we've also kind of just realized, what's possible to do in sort of a live online environment, and so it has kind of led to some ideas that we've never really explored before.
You're nervous about it since it's new. You don't know how people would react to it. You don't know how it would, the message would be conveyed, or are people excited about it?
Absolutely. I think, the interesting thing, and I said this not long ago, but typically, if we go away for a little bit and work on a new album, the first show back is always, for me personally, is always very nerve-wracking, because I haven't played a show, in over a year. And so there's kind of a physical aspect of it where I'm just like, well, I hope I can keep up with it. I hope I haven't gotten too out of shape. And so there's that, and then also just hoping that that people are excited and into it. Usually by the second or third song, I feel like I was nervous for no reason, and I'm back with my family who's right in front of me, who's accepting and welcoming. And in this situation, I'm not gonna see the familiar faces right in front of me, and I'm not gonna hear their voices coming right back at us. So that does make it a little bit interesting too, because I don't think that we get that immediate sort of validation from people right there. So I definitely feel
the audience sound effect, like the football games they play now without an audience, but they have the audience sound effect. Maybe you could use that in your concert.
I think that would be great. Yeah, I might ask for that in my in-ears. Just have somebody pump some audience voice.
So talk about Shy Away. What influenced you to write Shy Away?
Shy Away. That song, it kind of has to do with Tyler and I since we were young, and really everybody, but Tyler and I think we've had conversations about just the questions that you ask when you're really starting as a kid sometimes, but then when you become a teenager and then you graduate high school for us, and then you move on past your education, and then you have to figure out what you're going to do as a career and what you're going to do with your life. those are all questions we ask ourselves for a long time, and figuring that out is a journey, personally, in and of itself. But then, then thinking about younger siblings or really close friends, who are figuring that out for themselves. It's a totally different thing to witness that through their eyes, or through our eyes watching them, I guess. And so it's kind of, it's talking about that a little bit, and just kind of encouraging to continue to ask questions, pursue what I think what feels right, and kind of stick to your convictions. And but it is kind of about watching somebody close to you try and find and fulfill their purpose right in front of you.
It's a great tune, I'll have to say. Another one that I want to talk about is Level of Concern, because that was huge in Indonesia, and not just for the song, but since you involved an Indonesian visual artist based in New York, and that's that made it big in Indonesia as well, and you got a world record for it. So what what do you feel about this song particularly?
Well, that song, I love that song, and that was a lot of fun to work on. And and Pino, he was amazing. Just the
this show as well, actually.
You what?
We've had Pino in this show as well. He's big also here, and he's known for his work, his very hardworking and very analog work, actually, not too digital, that guy. So it was amazing. So what made you choose him? Was it the amount of work put in that he put in, or what was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think a combination. I think we knew right off the bat he was super talented, and watching his process and how he does that too, it blew our minds, and seeing how much time goes into creating a video like that. And that style of art is just something that I couldn't wrap my mind around. And so having him be a part of of kind of recreating the music video in the way that he did was just really special and really cool.
So I commented on him. I said, it's not just your talent, it's your patience. Like, nobody's got patience to do that except him, I guess. So, okay, I got just a couple of short questions you could answer shortly. This is from our staff who are a big fan of 21 Pilots. First of all, short questions. You could just answer shortly. What happened at your first band practice? What do you remember from that?
Well, I'm trying to think. I know that very early on in our band practices, the learning and practicing the backflip became more of a concern than practicing our music. So Tyler was helping spot me do a backflip off of like a small stage, and then landing on a beanbag. And we did one full rehearsal learning a backflip.
So that was the biggest part of the of the rehearsal, not the music itself. When was your best show? Could you pinpoint?
Oh, wow. It might have been, there was we wrapped up our tour cycle for the Blurryface album in Columbus, Ohio, and there were a couple. We did a thing called Tour de Columbus, and we did like 5 different shows. And the first one was like a 200 cap venue, and then the next was like a 1,500 cap venue. And those two, it was back-to-back nights. And I think just being able to kind of like go back and play in front of 200 people, I was sweating like crazy, and there are people like to the side of me over here, and it was just it was really special. And just being back in our hometown, there was something that was amazing about that. I'll never forget.
Well, I'll stick with you. Josh, thanks so much for your time with us, 21 Pilots. We hope to see you soon in Indonesia.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you, Josh. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.